practice. Like I said, this is super, super, super helpful for the SR because it is very similar to the SR. In fact, you will see the first two questions, 1 and 2, are the exact same. There wasn't really a way I could change them. They're the exact same that you will see on the SR, okay? So for when we have ASA, angle, side, angle, which side must be known, and it is the included side, okay? Because that means that it's in between the two angles. So what that means, here's an example. So we want ASA all the way up here. So what side must be included? I'm sorry, what side, must we have? It's the included side. So if we have an angle here and an angle here, it has to be the side that is in between them, okay? So if I had like P and Q, those two angles, we would have to have this side here, the side that goes in between the two angles. So it's considered the included side. For angle, angle, side, what side of the triangle must be known? It is the non-included side. So we'll go back up to the example. If we have angle, angle, side, notice how it goes angle, angle, and then it's this side here. It's not included because it's not right here. So again, if we had like A and C for the angles, then that would work too. It would be this one here because that's not included. It's not in between the two angles. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Then there's a couple questions that are just like the ones we had on the notes where you determine if they're congruent. If so, which postulate do we use? So one thing that I wanted to show you here, and I think she touches on this on the video, but for this little symbol right here where it has that little like arrow right here, an arrow right there, that is actually talking about angles. That's not talking about the side. A side would just be like a line. That little symbol is talking about an angle. So we know that we have an angle here. Where's my cursor? We have an angle here. We have an angle here. And then we have an angle here and a side. So we know we have angle, angle, side. So there's an angle here, an angle here, and then they share a side. So that one's going to be AAS. And again, we don't have a marker that this middle line is congruent, but we know because both triangles share that line, that side, that they have to be congruent because they share it, so it's the same. So this is probably one of the harder ones, but like I said, on the SR, I would look back and look at this, and if you see one that looks similar, chances are it's probably angle, angle, side. This one here, we have two angles, right? We've got a little one curve here, so we know one angle is congruent. We have two curves here, so we've got two angles that are congruent. So we know we're gonna have angle, angle, and then we have the side that's in between those two, the included side. So we're gonna go angle, side, angle. So you can just think of how it goes in order. We've got an angle, we've got a side, we've got an angle. So that one is yes, angle, side, angle. This one here, we have an angle here. Then we have that this is a right angle here. So they're both going to be right angles. And then they obviously share this side. So it's going to be yes because it's angle, angle, side. Okay? And like I said, I believe there's one on the SR that is very similar to this one as well. So when you're